Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Phoenix Goettel and it's truly a pleasure to be back. We are here doing our second installment of our model clinics that is showing off our Cadillac cars that we have at our dealership. Today we were supposed to show off a CT5. That's the big brother to our first installment, which was the CT4. However, due to inventory problems, and I think anyone that's been shopping around for cars has kind of bumped into this problem. Just inventory's been a little low, which is okay, but because we have the next best thing for you, and that's going to be our Cadillac XT5. And I'm super excited to show this one. Like I said, I'm honored to be back. If this is your first time here, thank you for joining us. We're going to be doing this, I think, every single month or so. I think the next one is August 4th, going into next month. So it's always fun to be back here. Actually, we tried switching it up a little bit. Try to show off a little bit of a different aesthetic, a little bit of a different vibe, try to do a little parking garage action. And also, we got a little bit of a budget increase. We got mics now. I feel so professional. I feel like I should be on TV or something. I don't know. So let's start off XT5. That's what this is right here. But let's run over kind of what is an XT5, okay? This is by far one of our most popular products. This is going to be like a mid-size SUV. Everyone's been raging about it, especially in our CPO department as well. But especially our new car market's been hot. So pretty much about the XT5. It's going to be MSRP at around 44 grand. That's kind of like a stripped down standard beginning MSRP. When you come to our dealership, oftentimes you'll see it anywhere between 50 and 55 grand. That's pretty much depending on what trim level you go with. And that's what I want to talk about with you right now, and that's going to be those trim levels. So just like the CT4, this is what I love about Cadillac, is we keep it very simple and consistent. So the CT4 had a luxury, a premium luxury, and a sport. We're going to run into is the same exact thing with your XT5. You have a luxury, that's going to be kind of more your base model, some safety features, not everything. You're going to have like forward collision installed, maybe blind spot detectors, depending on what package you get. So that's kind of like the little rundown of like the simplified luxury. But then if you go for that upgrade, that's that premium luxury, that's by far the most popular one that everyone goes with. Pretty much ensures all those safety features, guaranteed blind spot detectors. You get a little mirror that pops down, has a camera that pops out the back. It's really, really cool. Forward collision, all the sensors, parking assist, all that stuff is all compiled in the premium luxury, and not for a crazy price increase. A couple $1,000s more, it'd be more on 52, 53,000, and then you got all the safety features that you need. And then for you sports fanatics out there, you're going to get your sport model, which is going to be the same drive, same feel as your premium luxury, but it's going to look really, really cool. Blacked out trim, blacked out grille, all the stuff. A little bit of a bigger wheelbase. Standard is 18-inch. If you get a premium luxury and a sport, there's going to be 20-inch wheels. Kind of just looks a little bigger, more durable of a ride. And it especially looks great on a sport model with all the black trim and everything like that. So, without further ado, you can hear this mic is hilarious because now you can hear my gibberish more clearly. So, without further ado, let's get right into this beautiful XT5. This is a premium luxury, okay? This is a Wilder metallic with a Sedona interior. If you even just come across the front here, beautiful honeycomb grille right here for you with the of course, that staple of a Cadillac logo popping out for you. Now, I know the CT4 headlights were a little bit different. They were kind of more vertical and then stem more across inside. This one keeps it kind of the classic Cadillac look, kind of like that boomerang look that comes down the car, and it's beautiful how it comes all the way back up here. And so if you even want to get a little close shot of this, let's see if you can get this on camera. Right here, right up above, there's a little Cadillac logo that stands out. And these are all LEDs. Beautiful in the nighttime. With your brights and everything like that, you can see clear as day. It's absolutely stunning, especially when it's all lit up. And I'll get more on that in just a moment. So if we come across to the side here, let's take a look at this frame. What's nice about, like I said, the mic's not, so I can as far away, you get a whole good view of this car. And you can hear what I say and everything just looks clear as day on this vehicle. Beautiful trim across the side here. I like this little detail that comes down here. This one's going to actually have the 20-inch wheels a little bit bigger because this is a premium luxury. All across the side here, looks good. I'm going to touch on these light up handles as well when we come to the other side. So before we open this trunk, let's assess the back. So XT5, of course, all-wheel drive, of course, here. Now these can be front wheel or all-wheel drive. The same thing, no difference between the two. It's just a preference thing. And then 400 right here. So with these cars, I don't think I touched on this yet. So 235 horsepower on an XT5. Okay, the torque is going to be 358. Now these come standard 2.0, which is at 235, but typically the most ones we have are that 3.6, so, 6V. which is going to be around, I think it's 285 up to 310 is the horsepower there. This 400, even though, like I said, the torque is about 358, the 400 is just a rounded up version of that. We don't show 358, it doesn't look as attractive, so they round it up. It's nothing crazy, but just, I always get questions from clients like, what is that? Just for your torque. So let's pop this open now, let's take a look. Here's going to be your trunk right here. So I actually we did a little test run, so I had this already folded back, but this right here covers up any sort of valuable objects that maybe you have in the car. So actually, I'll even just really quickly, just so you can kind of see. Close it there. Cool. So let's say, I don't know, just walking around, you come around here, you have something very valuable in the back that you just want to keep safe and secure. If I come to look into the trunk, I can't see what's back there. That little cover just protects it. It's just a little safety thing, just so, you know, for theft and just looking out for our clients, you know. So let's get back to it. So you have plenty of trunk space here. CT5 only has the XT5 has 2 rows. There's an upgrade XT6, which is bigger. This is the medium. XT6 is the large. That will have a 3rd row in the back. I'm sure we'll do a model clinic on that eventually. But even for just a mid-size SUV, plenty of space back here. Of course, full seats will fold down in the middle. So if you run to like Home Depot or something, need something really, really big, you know, a new couch, I don't know, something, you go into the back of your car, you put those seats down, you have plenty of room to work with. And then actually it's off to the side, but there is this little bar that you can install, and it's super easy to use. You can put it right in here, these little grooves. If you want to even come up here and just kind of see what I'm talking about. These little grooves right here, you can put that bar right in here, and you can adjust where that bar comes across. That is a big thing. This is why I love this car. It's such a family vehicle. It's perfect for like kids and everything like that too, because just as a family thing, even I guess individual car, but if you go grocery shopping, right? And you know, kids already want cookies and all that stuff, right? So you're loading up your car, you have all these groceries, and you have your milk and stuff like that, right? You take a right-hand turn, what happens? You hear all this stuff flying around, it's hitting the sides and all that. It's, you know, you're like, geez, did my milk just spill? I don't know, right? And then what that bar does is by adjusting it in the back, you can keep everything together and stable. You put the bar back here, you put the milk behind it, you save yourself from the hassle and the worry of, you know, stuff flying around in your trunk. It's perfect for groceries. Everyone's been using it for that. It's super duper helpful. And what's nice about that is it comes for free. Not a big deal. Just free stuff we give you. So, continuing on, classic traditional LED lights in the back. Same type of effect, that boomerang look, you know, comes across here. Lights up at night. It's beautiful. Your gas cap right here as well. This is the easy insert, so you just no problem. Now, on this side, I could have done on the other side, but this side's better. It's just for these LED handles. So, premium luxury is going to come with this. At nighttime, your car will light up when you hit the unlock button and it's dark outside. Everything will kind of illuminate. This one doesn't have it, but it is an option. There's little lights that pop under here that project onto the floor. And it'll be like a Cadillac logo, so when you're coming out of, you know, late night work or something, or you just leave the house for a date night or whatever it is, you come outside, you click that lock button, it just lights up like a Christmas tree. It makes an already classy vehicle look that much more classy. It's stunning. So, I think what we should do is take a look at the inside of this, because I want to show off this Sedona interior. I love the contrast that they did with the Sedona, because you have a look there, right? It really pops at you. It's a really beautiful look. And then they actually mix in like this wood type of trim on the side. And just to compare it, when you compare it next to each other, it goes so well together. So, beautiful back seat. This one actually is going to have heated and cooled seats in the back. So that'll be used when the car is on with these little buttons right here. Vents in the back, you can adjust the temperature and all that stuff will be there for you too. So, alright, let's close this up. Now, if you actually, I'm going to take you with me. If you want to hand the car over, I will show you the inside here. Alright, so let's just take a little look at the inside first. Same thing, they really keep that wood trim coming across. It's absolutely beautiful. So we hop right in here. Start her up. Let's turn that down there. And here you are. This is what it looks like from a driver's perspective. If we run out of gas, I swear to God. Alright, there you go, sir. Alright, so I touched up on it before with the CT4, so I'm going to kind of do like another little demo of it, keep it simple. So the only difference actually from the last one is the shifter is going to be huge here. So if you put your foot on the brake, there's a little trigger. Might be kind of hard to see, but if you kind of can see my thumb, you can press a little trigger in on the side. And when you hold that down, you pull it down for drive. So like towards me, there's the D that lights up. Hold down that trigger, push all the way forward. There's your reverse. Standard, when you go in reverse, you get your camera right there for you, right? And then you click the P on top right here. Now you're in park, okay? And actually, just so you can address it, because I do see it, and I want to make sure that everyone knows about it. Same thing. Every car has built a little different, is priced a little different. It's a total preference thing as a client. So this one, for example, has a standard backup camera. You could get that 360 camera view if you'd like to. That's the same thing. It's just a preference thing. And then this one as well actually doesn't even have the little fold-down mirror effect where this becomes a screen. Same thing. Premium luxuries have that. So you can get that if you prefer it, no problem. A luxury will not be able to get it. Premium luxuries can. So just keep that aware, just as a buyer. Okay? So moving on to the steering wheel. Heated steering wheels right here. Click that, turns it on. Lane keep assist is here as well. Turn both on. If you're driving with lane keep assist on, a lot of people know about this. It just keeps you in the center of the lane. So if I start to veer off to the right and I don't turn on my turn signal, it'll kind of naturally, it'll actually force the steering wheel back over as a little hello. Like, move back into your lane, son. You know what I mean? It just kind of pops you right back in there. So if you don't like that, if some people don't like it because it kind of fights them on the road, you can always turn it off. Just the same thing. It's all preference. That's all it is. And then this one does have forward collision. You click on this button right here. There's a gap adjustment. So 3 car lengths is going to be the sensitivity for your front and forward collision. I'll even click it again. If you think it's too sensitive, you want to do 2 car lengths, you can do 2 car lengths, 1 car length. Most people just keep it at 3. Pretty much just if 3 car lengths away, someone slams on their brakes, the car will give you a little beep, 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 and then slow down a little bit. Minor adjustment, minor braking will be applied for you, and you don't have to do that, but you still have to go if you need to stop, press it all the way down. So it's a nice little rundown of this little section. This is all pretty standard stuff. Volumes up here. If you want to play around with what you see on the front screen, like audio, navigation, where you're at. If you Bluetooth your phone, you can obviously pop up with more stuff that shows it there. Just left and right, up and down. Oil life is there. Tire pressure is there. That's all just using this right here on the steering wheel. Right. If you want to talk to the car, you can always press the little person with the voice. Same thing. I did touch on it last time, and I will touch on it real quick again. These cars are wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto. So, like I said, love Cadillac. I'm a little biased. If you have, let's say, an iPhone, for example, and you have your wireless Apple CarPlay plugged in, that can be done by just simply going to settings. Actually, run that back, I'm sorry, by going to your phone. Connect phone, you add your phone, then you go to your phone settings, go to Bluetooth, you'll see My Cadillac. You just link them together like any Bluetooth situation, and then it'll pop up saying, do you want to allow Apple CarPlay? You allow it. Once you do that, and you press and hold on the guy with the voice right here, that's when Siri will be engaged. And that's why I said I'm a little biased. Siri does do a little bit better. Cadillac does a great job with their voice response, but Siri, I think, just takes up a little extra notch because Siri recognizes already everything that's in your phone. Cadillac doesn't. So it's just one of the things I tell my clients. Moving on as well, standard audio here. These are the 3 main apps that people use right here. Audio, same thing like I said before. Siriusxm is standard 6 months for free. If you already have an account, then you can always transfer it over once that 6 months ends. And actually a little special thing with that too. If you do have an account, let's say you bought the car today and you want to just already call Siriusxm to transfer it over, you can transfer it over, but you'll still get 6 months for free. No matter what, you'll still get that. So don't think you need to wait 6 months before you transfer. If you just want to be proactive and get it out of the way, you can. So Siriusxm is right there on the side. You can click FM, AM, just like that. Alright, so actually if we look down here too, we're on 93.7. If you just want to scroll through, you can just keep touching this side to side, no problem. Make it a little quicker. You can just click browse and then scroll around to find a channel that you like. Just kind of pick out whatever you want to look at. So it's all optional. Sound is here too. Bass, mid-range. treble, fade imbalance where, you know, the sound's projected into the car. It's really, really, I love Cadillac how simple it is. There's so many clients where, you know, they hop into other vehicles and they're kind of like, you know what, like, it's so hard to figure out. There's so many buttons. I love Cadillac from across the board. It could be a CT4, XT5, XT6, whatever. It's all very consistent. If you know how to use a CT4, you'll know how to use an XT5 like this car. So it's very straight across the board. It's really, really nice that they do that for you. And then another little fun fact with this, all my favorites, let's say, are up here. If I really love 96.3, you press and hold, and it just replaces it for you right there. Okay? Home button there. Navigation is here. Standard navigation. Of course, you can tap on the steering wheel, talk to it, tell you where, you know, tell the car where you want to go. But it's not entirely necessary if you have Apple Carplay or Android Auto. If you prefer, like I said, my phone has my home address already saved in it, which you can do with the Cadillac stuff. You can go into navigation. I think if you click on it here, or even if we just search into it, I'm not going to type my address. I'm not going to give away that info. But if I typed in my address, for example, you can save it as a favorite and then mark that as home. So you are more than willing to use this navigation. I don't want to knock Cadillac by all any means necessary. It's just more of a personal experience. I just have such a habit of using Apple to where I think it's more fluid. It's on your phone, it's on your car, just like that. It's wireless. You can even plug your phone in down here to your little wireless charging kit. Just give it a second to pop up there, and then your phone's charging. So it's a beautiful combination. You put phone there, wireless Apple CarPlay there. You know, you can talk to text through the car. You can make your phone calls all wirelessly. It's perfect. You seriously never have to touch your phone while driving this car. And then aside from that, if we even just work our way from here to get down lower, you're going to have heated and cooled seats here. This is your adjustment for your temperature. Either side, if I click on sync right here, now if I just scroll up, these work together. It's pretty simple. Adjust the intensity of it, turn it up a lot, turn it down a lot. This is more the standard way of using it. If you actually go on the touch screen and scroll over to the right, you have climate right here. So this is more in-depth. You can kind of choose where it's popping out of, more towards face and feet, just your face. You can do just your feet, whatever. You can even adjust here, turn it on and off. Just more in-depth detail there. Most people just kind of use it down here, though. It's pretty simple. And same thing, more in detail. If you want to, let's say someone's in the back and saying, "Oh my God, it's getting so hot back here," you can turn on your rear climate control, turn down that volume, and actually turn up the rear of the vehicle's ventilation. So you can do all that from the front. And like I said before, it's kind of maybe a little hard to see, but you can adjust the heated seats back here, where everything's coming out of, like the feet or the face, and then the intensity of it as well. So you can kind of see. Someone from the back can also have that access too. Let's actually just take a little pop in here so you can see your space. Very nice. There's actually the difference between the CT4 and this model is if you do not like using the touchscreen all day, you do have this big dial right here. So if you go back up here, I'm just twisting the dial, but you can adjust, click on it, adjust some more. Same concept. So it's one of those things where if you're driving and you just don't feel like reaching and touching that screen all day, you can do everything from down here. The big dial is that. Little dial is your volume. Static. That sounds great, right? So that's a little volume right there for you. And then furthermore, just because we're so extra, you have quick touch buttons here too. So audio's here. Takes you right to audio up top. Navigation's here. Straight to navigation. If you have your wireless Apple CarPlay in, you click phone, and it'll take you there as well. So it's all just super accessible. It's consistent across the board between every single model that we have as a Cadillac dealership. It really is just perfect. So yeah, that's just kind of like a little demo rundown. I think the only other thing I really missed was just these modes right here. And so if you click on these, it might be kind of hard to see up here in the front though. So Tour mode is your standard drive. That's right. So let me go back to the top. Tour is right there. Now if you'll notice, maybe if you can see it down there, it says two-wheel drive. That's because this is adaptive. So when you're in Tour mode, it's two-wheel drive, but if it's like snowing and feels slippery, it'll automatically engage all-wheel drive for you. So it's kind of like your gas saver saver, that type of thing, right? If you want that security just to know it's an all-wheel drive, you click on the mode button, all-wheel drive pops up, sport, pop into sport mode. Same thing, it's like I said, it's kind of the same drive. It'll give you a little bit more of a kick in the transmission, so like your acceleration is going to be a little quicker. You're not flying like, like a Corvette down the street, but it's still a beautiful feel, and it kind of gets you a little extra jump, especially when you need to. And then lastly is off-road. I don't know if you like to drive on sidewalks. I guess that's just more for you. It just adds more traction to the tires, and just makes it a little bit more of a durable ride. So, but most people just go to tour mode. So, yeah, I think I'm going to turn this off real quick before we run out of gas, so we can actually make it back to the dealership. So let's turn that off. Let's pop on out. Let's get one last good look at this car for you. Get a nice wide view. Just take a look at it. It's beautiful. Alrighty. Perfect. Well, this has kind of reached the end for today's model clinic. Now, before we cut it off here, I know if we have anybody watching live, if you have any questions, feel free to ask us real quick, of course. If you want to see me, more in detail of a certain feature, if there's any little, spec questions that you have about the car, I'll let you guys have a moment to type in real quick and ask. So we'll give you a few seconds here. So go right ahead if you have any questions. This means you can just stare at me. Let me know if we get anything. Think we're good? All right, thanks for the questions, guys. Appreciate it. So, what we're going to do is, like I said, I think the next one is going to be an XT4. That's going to be on August 4th. So definitely look forward to that. I have so much fun doing these. You can kind of just come out here, make a little vibe out of showing off the cars. And at the end of the day, we're helping more you people as a buyer. So don't forget to follow us on Facebook as well. You can click the like button, and what that'll allow you to do is see notifications of when we're going to be doing this. So if you want to see more of this pretty face, this is the opportunity. Click that like button. It'll be super fun. And then also, I think, I know this is a little bit different with TikTok. We have a TikTok, Patrick Cadillac. Of course, check it out. We kind of show more of like a cool way, some of our cool cars on there. But that's about it. Make sure to like us, and I will see you August 4th. Always a pleasure here, and I will see you all later. Thank you very much.